Hey all, welcome to your mat. It's Ashley, and I'm just going to lead you through a nice gentle opening flow. Okay, so we're going to use some props today. I have blocks with me. You can use foam or cork. You can also use a rolled up blanket or a bolster if you have it. And I have a strap here just in case we need it. I'm going to begin on my back. So I've put one block in the center so it could fall right between my shoulder blades, and then a block a little further up to rest my head. So you might have to play with the height if you like your head higher, maybe even allow the head to fall all the way. Okay, so set it up like a big open T on the mat. Just get yourself close. You can use your hands, elbows, to adjust where you want it to go on your back. Just gently opening the chest. Okay? Breathing right here into the thoracic. Exhaling just to open up. You can keep the legs bent if that feels better, or you can extend them. Okay, coming into a big supported fish pose. Just take 3 full breaths in. Good. Now you can stay here. If you'd like to allow your head to open, your neck to drop just a little more, remove the block and just gently allow the head to fall. Okay, coming into more of a full fish posture, still supported on a block. I'm not holding my back up with my arms or my elbows. Breathing here. Good. And then I'm going to slowly lift my head, engage my belly, use my hands to pull myself up off the block. And I'm just going to flatten the block in the center of the mat and have a seat on it. Okay, crisscrossing the legs, allowing the knees to drape. So if it feels good to allow one foot to sit in front of the other rather than crossing the ankles, you can do that. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Pull them back and down on your exhale. Again, inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back, down. Tall collarbone, slightly lifted chin. Let's reach up through the crown of the head. Allow your knees to fall. And from here, we're going to take our hands all the way up. Interlace the fingers. Allow the pointers to extend. Just keep the biceps gently by the ears. Breathe in one more time. Start to flare the left side of the ribs just a little so you bend towards the right. Good. And from here, you can release the right hand down towards the mat, adjusting where you put your gaze, or you can take the right hand to the side rib. Good. And then come back up to center. Adjust and stretch the spine. Reinterlace the fingers if that feels good. Breathe in, right side opens, left side leans. Again, you can lower, taking the gaze up or down, or you can support your ribs, pressing and grounding through the right side, lifting up, and then coming back up to center. Feel the thumbs back just a little, lift up, and then hands right to heart center. And from here, I'm just going to plant my heels and sit in a nice gentle Malasana pose. Okay, roll the shoulders up, back and down, broaden the chest. Then begin to activate my legs by pressing out on my hands and squeezing in my legs at the same time. So just get a little buildup of pressure, a little bit of shake right in the hip flexors, side of the belly, and into the arms. Breathe in. Exhale, press and squeeze. Keep that tension going. 2 more breaths. All the way in. All the way out. One more time. In and out. Good. And bring hands back to heart center. Just going to rock forward. Plant the hands on the mat and scoot the legs back. Take the block out of the way. A couple cats and cows. So first we start with our hands about shoulder width, knees about hip width. Broaden the back and wrap the biceps forward a little. Okay, inhale. On the exhale, feel the belly tighten. Start to arch the spine up, allow the tail and the head to drop. And then inhale, just reverse. Ribs, belly, head and tail up. Exhale. Cat pose. And then inhale, out. Good, coming back to center. It's going to press right back to our child's pose. Walking the fingertips out, pressing the underarms down towards the mat. And you can sway side to side, breathing here, releasing the tension in the hips. Good, and then just start to walk the hands over to the right. Maybe allow the left hand to press on top of the right. Shoot that left hip back, ground it down as much as you can. Breathing into the left side of the body. And coming back to center, pause. And then walk the hands over towards the left. Same thing, right hand can go on top if that feels good, or just have a little traction to press down. Keep pulling the right hip back, breathing on the right side of the body. Big stretch. Good, and then walking back to center. Then ground the hands down. Take a big inhale, tuck the chin, lead with your upper back, roll out. Lift the gaze just a little bit. Exhale, lead with the tailbone, roll back. Inhale, big roll. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, roll back. One more time. Big inhale forward. Exhale, tail back. Melting the heart down. Okay, this time we're going to inhale, roll forward. Allow the shoulders to drift a little past the fingers. Bend into the elbows, lower chest and chin. Pause. And then press back. Use that hand and arm strength, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, chest and chin. Press back, child's pose. Okay, next inhale, take that roll forward again. This time, pause here. Set the elbows, broaden the belly, and decide, kneeling chaturanga or chest and chin again. So kneeling chaturanga, we would bend into the elbows. Good, and then we can lower down. Slide the fingertips back a little, press up, just a gentle cobra. Lower back down. Flatten the hands a little, press back up, a little bit of a higher cobra. Activating the low back and the legs and the tops of the feet. One more time down. You have the option this time for an up dog, pressing into the hands, lifting the legs, tops of the feet and hands touch. Good, lower back down. Curl the toes, shift the hips back, right into a child's pose with the toes curled. And we're just going to gently walk the hands back. Coming right up, shoulders over hips, toes are curled. Big foot stretch, toe stretch. If it's too much, you can hover a little, taking some of the weight off of your feet. Otherwise, try to breathe here. Let go. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, flatten the feet, and just sink right onto them. Just feel that release, maybe wiggle the toes. Good. And then I'm going to take a block. I'm going to put it out in front of me. Okay? Put my hands right around it so the thumbs are holding it. Curl the toes. Press back into my down dog. Just take a couple breaths. Maybe pedal. Maybe feel like a big shift of the feet. You can go side to side like you would in side plank. Or maybe you can just find some stillness. Wrapping the shoulders down, broadening the back. Allow the head to hang. Inhale. And exhale. Good. On the inhale, we're going to take our right leg up just about hip height. Okay? Pull the hip down if it flared open. Point the toe. Flex the heel. Point the toe. Flex the heel. Then point the toe. Press into your left toes. Rock forward. Start to bend the right. Okay? Pulling in, maybe tapping the arm. And then lift it back up gently. Rocking forward. Tapping. Inhale it up. And then this time we're going to come across and put the knee right into the center of the block. Okay? And allow the foot to stay close and walk the other foot back. So this is a swan position more than a pigeon. The leg is not working towards the line of the mat. We're allowing it to settle underneath us. It's more of a restorative fold in the hips. Still double check that your back leg spins down, the foot goes flat. Okay, and then from here I use the block to just kind of melt on. And breathe a couple times into the hip. Maybe rock. is a stilling of the mind, but the body can feel the postures, right? Move through the instinct, the cravings, and then find your stillness. And then walking ourselves up, use the block, sink onto your right hip a little, sweep this left over. So we're going to cross knee on top of knee in a Gomukhasana variation. If this is not doable for you, you can just crisscross the ankles, or you can work towards the double pigeon or the fire log position. Okay, so we're just working to stack the knees as much as we can, feet come out to the side, rock the hip bones down, getting as much contact on both sides as you can. And you can stay tall here. This is a lot on hips, especially for tight hips. And just breathe. If you'd like to fold forward, you can start to arch your back and lay your belly onto the leg. Maybe use the block to support. And then coming out of that, okay, shifting back onto the right hip, sweep that left foot back, curl the toes, spin the heel up, press into your hands, step back, take the right foot high, maybe open and spin the hip, or bend deeply into the left to stretch the back of the right, releasing that. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side. So 3 little taps. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And this time the knee comes towards center, in between the hands, come towards the block. Okay, sink down onto that left hip. Roll under the right leg, so the kneecap and the foot is down. Okay, coming into your swan position. And then you can settle. You can shimmy a little. You can find a twist or just melt into it. Breathe right into that left hip. So you might feel this into the hamstring some, or the inner thigh. And walk yourself up. Same thing, shift onto the hips. Sweep the right this time, stacking the knee on top of the left if you can. Otherwise, loosely stacking or working towards just a crisscross. Okay. Tall spine, rock the hips down. Stay here. Or you can start to fold, tucking chin, maybe planting the head. And then working yourself back up. Sink onto the left side, sweep the right foot back, ground the toes, press into the hands, lift the left foot up. Then you can open, you can swivel the hip, or you can stretch into the left and bend lightly into the right, releasing the whole left side. Good, and then we're going to inhale, roll forward, tap those knees, and press back to our child's pose. Okay, next inhale, roll up to your tabletop position, working into a little thread of the needle. Okay, keep the left hand grounded. Inhale, peel up the right. Take the hand behind the head. Okay, and then exhale, bend the elbow down towards the mat, maybe towards the left arm. Inhale, feel your rib cage open. Exhale down. This time, inhale, reach up, lift the arm up, and then exhale it all the way through. Just resting the side of the head on the mat. The left hand can walk away. It can stay here supporting, or it can wrap around your back and kind of hold that right thigh. Maybe working the gaze up, just resting it. One more breath. Replace the left hand If you moved it, sweep that right hand up and then lower it down. Okay, same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm peels up. Okay, when it gets there, hand comes behind the head. Exhale, curl it down. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale, lower. Last one, breathe in to reach. Reach the arm. This time, get the belly out of the way, arch the back. Send the left through, dropping to the left side. Again, right arm can stay next to you. It can reach out in front of you, or it can wrap around, just working towards that left crease. And then replace the right arm if you moved it. Sweep the left up, breathe in. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Moving into more of a heart melting position. We're going to walk our hands forward. Okay, and just begin to try to melt the chest down. So if you don't get any sort of contact here, you can walk your hands and your elbows up to a block and just allow yourself to sink a little. Just every couple breaths, maybe adjust, open, tailbone tilts up, chest, chin, throat melts down. And then really carefully peel yourself up, walk the hands back, press them right under the shoulders, step your right foot back, your left foot back, plank pose. Okay, just 2 or 3 breaths. Good, and then take that right foot in, take the left foot in, coming right into a little toe stand, sitting down to our bottom, butterfly the feet, so Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together. You can allow them to keel open, rolling the knees. Okay, pull the chest up. Now before we fold forward, we're going to take a little twist here. Press into the right hand, drop the right shoulder, look back towards the left elbow. And then inhale, switch sides. Drop the left, and look towards the right. Again, twisting, pressing onto the knee. Last one, twist. Good, and coming back to center, you can press both down and release. And then find a little fold, a little gentle fold that works for you, tucking the head or lifting, threading the arms. And then unraveling. Extend the right leg long and just keep the left leg bent in. Okay, we're going to reach the right arm forward, wrap in front of the knee, holding onto the thigh. Take the left arm behind you, pull the shoulder out of the way, and just gentle twist. So we're squeezing and gently twisting. The gaze can stay straight ahead or just kind of gently follow the shoulder line. But you don't have to crane it to look backwards. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Keep that left knee right where it is. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, just reach forward. So you might want your strap here. You don't have to if you can reach. Okay, you can just hold on to the leg. So I want you to activate that left inner thigh and peel it in towards the chest. Under the arm. Okay? Rock that sits bone back down. Using a strap if you'd like. Flexed or pointed. One more breath. Squeeze left leg in, stretching into the right. Good, and release. Walk the left leg out. Shake it if you need to. And then pull the right leg in. Ground the heel. Rock the sits bone. Left arm forward. Wrapping around the shin. Holding the thigh. Right arm just reaches. Shoulder pulls. Allow the breath and the tall posture to lift you. And the exhale just to twist. Good. Now coming back to center, we're going to keep the right leg where it is. Reach the arms up. Again, folding next to the leg forward. See if you can ground the heel and ground the sits bone. Squeeze the right leg in. It's just activating that inner thigh a little bit of work, a little bit of flexibility, all at the same time. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And release the strap. Stretch both legs out long. Shake the legs. Point the toes. Walk the hands behind the hips, coming up into one reverse plank. If that doesn't suit you, bend your knees in and just do a reverse tabletop. Otherwise, point into the toes. Shrug the shoulders together. Press into the hands. Press into the feet. Squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings. Lift up. And then slow exhale down. Good. You can rock forward just a little so we can lay down. I'm going to take a block with me to lay it right under my head. Okay, just a little pillow. Stretching out, lengthening the cervical spine. Just breathe here. Feel the release and the grounding. And walk my feet out and knock my knees together. Little low back release. Good. And then walk the heels in close to the bottom. Release the block from your head and take it into your hand. You're going to press up into one active bridge and then we'll do one supported bridge. So for an active bridge, you can keep your hands down gently or you can reach them up towards the ceiling. Press into the heels, squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes. Feel the tailbone, feel the low belly, up into the mid belly. Ribs and rocking up onto the shoulders some. Gaze is tall. And you can come back down. And then on the second one, feel free to use a block. We're going to slide it right under the sacrum, so right below where you would have the bottom of the hip bones, where you'd have your pants or your waistband. So press back up into the heels and lift, and then lower the block down. Okay, so we don't want it too high where our tailbone kind of curls down towards the floor and then we get this arch in our low back. So lower it down a little, right towards the sacrum, stabilizing the back. Breathe a couple times here at this low height and see how that feels. And if you like a little more, press into the heels again. Squeeze the glutes, lift up, flip the block up. Okay, just feel that. Hips opening, thoracic spine spread, neck is long, gaze is up. If this feels okay and you want to add a toe stretch, you can curl under one side, the other side, maybe both. Big sensation on the tops of the feet. And then ground down. And then stay here or press into the hips and work up one bit higher. So it's much, much higher. Coming into active bridge height on a block. Okay, maybe you interlace the hands. Spread the collarbones. Breathe. Relax the glutes and the hamstrings and the heels. Let the block do the work this time. Good. And then if you took this height or any other height, just lower it back down to the baby height, so all the way down. Place it back on the low back and gently lift one leg at a time. Soft knees is fine. Okay? Legs up the wall before you to Karani. Passive inversion. Allow the weight of your feet to travel down your shins, knees, thighs, pressing right into the low back. Good, and then you can tuck your knees in, release them down to the mat, lift the block, or lift your back, get the block out of the way, and then tuck the knees in one at a time. Maybe rock side to side. One more little gentle leg stretch, and we're going to use a strap for this one. I'm going to just softly bend my left leg instead of reach it out long, but you can extend it long and press into the heel and activate that foot some. but I'm going to keep mine a little soft. I'm going to put my strap right on the arch of this foot and just start to work the knee towards the underarm side of the body. Okay, and then I'm just going to gently reach it towards the ceiling. So I'm not yanking or pulling or forcing. I'm just relaxing, gently pulling, okay? Just holding a little bit of attention. I'm going to point the toe, releasing some of the pressure off the low back, the sciatic nerve. Okay. Good. And then you can release that foot and do the same thing on the other side. Looping the left foot. Again, you decide. Right side can go nice and long, or it can just have a soft bend. Just gently working the knee towards the left arm. And then start that gentle extension. Just a gentle bit of pressure on the strap. Maybe a little pressure from your foot pushing the strap away. Just feel that activates the leg. Good. And then we'll release and lay the mat down, or the strap down. Put the soles of the feet together, allow the knees just to fall. Hands on hip bones, rock a little. And you can place the right hand on the heart, left hand on the belly if that feels good. And lift the knees back together. And from here, you can take any extra posture you would like. If you're using this before your practice, you can rock and roll up, restart at your tabletop or mountain pose and go right into sun salutations. If you're doing this to close off, maybe just lift the legs back up, maybe a little happy baby. Maybe you want a little plow or shoulder stand, but sometimes we just don't have the energy, right? It's more of a relaxed inversion, but it's still pretty active in your body. It's still pretty demanding. So just decide what else you need. Maybe a twist. And then you can find a place to rest, or you can start over. Have a good day.